Yes, students, so I have asked some of you students to provide me the homework. This is for Bombay Scottish. Now, Gopal Sharma also, I will be sending message after 2 days to send me one or two sums of homework. As per the message, you can take the photo and forward me. Basically, I wanted to know whether geometry concepts you are able to understand. Now, when I was going through some of those homework, I could understand that some of you are having some confusion. See, one thing you have to be very sure is until and unless you first prove the triangles congruent by whatever test of congruency, you cannot use CPCTC. That is, you cannot say corresponding angles and corresponding parts are congruent. So first, if you take question 8, it's a very simple question. You have to first of all read the question, and in one sentence you would be given 2-3 data. For example, it is given if the perpendiculars drawn from the midpoint of the base of a triangle to the other side are equal. So from the midpoint of the base of triangle ABC, perpendiculars DE perpendicular to AB and DF perpendicular to AC. So those perpendiculars are drawn. And if those perpendiculars are equal, then you need to prove the triangle is an isosceles triangle. Now see, you can't just ignore things that is given and say that I don't know how to prove. And you have to keep pace with the class. Like Bombay Scottish, there is no excuse why someone is telling that he is in compound interest. Your school is not sending any videos, nothing are you doing. You have to learn all these things. So why aren't you keeping pace? You're just doing 3 subjects or 4 subjects, maybe if some Hindi teacher is teaching something. So you have to keep pace with what is going on. It's hardly 5-6 sums in 3 days. Similarly, something little bit is happening in bio and maths. So you have to keep pace. At least Gopal Sharma, I can understand they have some school lectures also going till this month end, that is April 30th. But then you have to keep pace and learn this. So you have to interpret the data. You have been given that if these perpendiculars are equal, so you can't avoid taking that, then you will not be able to solve the sum. So you are given ED is equal to DF, so that has to be taken. So then you can easily, when you see itself, you know it is right angle, this is the hypotenuse and that's a common side. So by RHS test you can prove the two triangles congruent. And only after you prove them congruent, you can write these two angles are equal by CPCTC. So that is only possible after you say that those angles are equal. And in this case, you have to prove angle EBD and FCD are equal. Why? Once you prove that these two base angles are equal, that is angle ABC is equal to angle ACB, therefore the triangle is isosceles. What is the property of isosceles triangle? The base angles are equal. So that is the property. So you have first proved the triangles congruent by RHS. Of course, you have to write 3 steps before this and then write this step to prove that they are congruent. Then you will write EBD is equal to FCD CPCTC. But what is EBD? It is same as angle ABC. And what is FCD? That is same as ACB. So those two are equal. Therefore, the base angles being equal, the triangle is isosceles. Now, next question 9, which was again for homework. You have to prove AD is median of triangle ABC. So first of all, you should know what is the meaning of median. I have explained in the last video itself what does median mean. So you have to look at those classwork sums carefully. In fact, I have told this many times in class that before you attempt the homework, write down all the classwork sums. Anyway, you have to write the classwork sums. And in June when class starts, I am going to look through that and see whether you have written all these chapters, what I have taught, compound interest, mean, median, and even this chapter. And that mean median video is going to be removed as per what has been told in the message. So don't think that those things will remain forever. So those things you have to learn. So now AD, the median means you have to prove that D is midpoint of BC. So that's a very simple proof. In those two triangles, you can easily say that triangle BLD and triangle CDM, those two triangles you can prove them congruent easily, because you have, first of all, BL is equal to MC, that is BL is equal to MC is already given, then BLD is equal to CMD, both are 90-degree, it is given, and you have one pair of vertically opposite angles, two straight lines intersecting, so BDL and CDM, they are vertically opposite angles. So those two triangles are congruent by SAA test. You can call it SAA or ASS. AAS. Either way you can call it. You can write it as SAA test. So therefore, BD is equal to CD. After you write BD is equal to CD, you have to write one more step. Therefore, D is midpoint of BC. D is midpoint of BC, and so AD is the median. So that's how you prove it. In question 7, there was just one thing. It's a circle. So OC and OD are radii. Once you know that OC and OD are radii, it is the circle, no? So what is OC? From center to circumference, that is radius. OD is also center to circumference, so that is radius. So you have OC is equal to OD. So since those are equal, so you can easily prove those two triangles are congruent by RHS. So by RHS you prove the two triangles congruent. So you will get angle COP and angle COP and the other angle, that is DOR, are equal by CPCTC, and you can prove that by CPCTC. That's simple. So the only thing was to take the radii as simple. That some people couldn't get that first step. The last sum, some of you have done it good. So you have been given that AB is equal to AC, and you have been given that BM is equal to CN. So AB, if you call it as X, so AC is also X. BM and CN, BM and CN are Y. So first thing you are asked to prove AM is equal to AN. So that is the entire thing AB minus BM, that is X minus Y, is equal to AC minus CN, X minus Y. So both are X minus Y. So you can say AM is equal to AN. That is the first part. Then second part, you have to prove those two triangles are congruent, so that you can see SAM you just now proved is equal to AN. Then you have angle A is common angle, MAC and NAB are common angle, and you are already given that AC is equal to AB in step number 1. So you can prove the two triangles are congruent by SAS test. But you have to write the steps. All the 3 steps you have to write, and then write the triangles are congruent by SAS test. Only after writing congruent you can write CM is equal to BN. Why? Because CM and BN are parts of this triangle which you proved congruent. Only after that you can write that CPCTC. CPCTC, 1 or 2 students are just using at the start without proving any congruency. The triangles have to be proved congruent, and that part should be a corresponding part of those two triangles. In this CM is here and BN is here, so only after proving these congruent can you use CPCTC, not before that. Then the other two triangles BMC, BMC and BNC, BNC, those two triangles, simple SSS test. You had been given BM is equal to CN, which you took it as Y. Then BC, BC is common, same base for both of them. And you have also been given that you have just now proved CM is equal to BN. So CM is equal to BN, you have just proved in 10th. So from these 3 steps, 10, 11 and 12, those two triangles are congruent by SSS test. So you have to write steps and show And wherever required, if you draw these additional figures, things become simple. So you cannot write one step here, SSS test. You have to show those 3 steps. And after you write those 3 steps, you can then say that those 2 triangles are congruent. Directly in the mind you can't think that it is SSS, it is there in the figure, and without writing steps you won't get marks. So congruency, you please revise. I have seen from past years that geometry takes some time for students to understand. That is why I am asking some particular homework questions. Certain students, all the students solve and send. Now next time after this video is uploaded, I will be asking the GSS students to send certain sums. As per what I am asking, those sums only you take the photo and send it in your WhatsApp separately as per my. I am asking certain questions that only you send. Okay, so now we will continue with classwork. Question 14, slightly lengthy, but it's a very simple proof. You have been given that ABCD, this is a rectangle. So all the angles of rectangle are 90 degree and opposite sides are equal. So we can say AB is equal to CD. Because in rectangle opposite sides are equal. Even CB is equal to AD, but that is not required in this proof, where you are asked to prove ABE congruent to CDF. So now in these 2 triangles, you see a 90 degree and you see a side. So obviously your thought process will be RHS test, but you should know there is other test also. The other tests are, you have SAA test, RHS test. So you can use one of these tests, SSS test, ASA test. So these tests are there. So it is, but obviously because 90 degree angle is given, so you may immediately think it is RHS test. So first of all, you have one side, that is hypotenuse of both the triangles are equal. 90 degree angle is there. What is hypotenuse? The side opposite 90 degree. Angle CFD is 90, so CD is the hypotenuse. Angle BEA is 90, so AB is hypotenuse. So you have that given. That is one thing. Now either an angle or a side. Let me look at an angle so that I can see whether I can use this test. SAA. A is there, S is there. If I get one more angle, I am taking this angle to be X, that is angle BAE. If I take that angle X, this is 90 and this is one straight line. So because it is one straight line, this angle, that point is given as O. So because this is O, you can say OAD is 180, the entire thing is 180. So 180 minus that 90 and minus X. So it is 90 minus X. So angle you have got OAD is 90 minus X. 180, the entire thing, minus this 90 minus this X. So it is 90 minus X. Now in this triangle, this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 minus X. So angle ODA, sum of angles of triangle is 180. So it will be 180 minus this 90 minus of this 90 minus X. So you will get that angle as 180 minus 90 and plus X. So this angle out here, you have to show this is X. So when this angle is X, so you will get the other angle on top, that is angle CDF. CDF, again it is one straight line. Since this is one straight line, so CDF is 180 minus this 90 of the rectangle and minus this angle, that is x. So this is again 90 minus x. So in this triangle, you are getting this angle is already given 90. This angle is 90 minus x. So you can use angle sum property and find FCD. FCD is 180 minus this 90 degree minus this angle CDF, which you just got 90 minus x. So it is 180 minus 180 minus x, so you will get this as x. So now you have this angle is x, this angle is also x. 90, 90, and then you have CD equals AB. So it is angle side. 90 x degree, 90 degree, and CD is equal to AB. Here also x degree, 90 degree, and AB is equal to CD. So that is the proof. It is lengthy. I will write the steps, but it is not difficult. It is lengthy. Usually, very lengthy proofs are not asked, which is 15-17 steps. Usually, you will get simpler proofs like the ones which I have marked important in classwork and homework. So I will write the steps. After that, you can copy the steps. So here I have written the steps which I have explained. First of all, you have BAD and CDA are both 90 degree angles of rectangle. So angles of rectangle, the reason has been written. So now you have let EAB be x. We are taking EAB as x. Now you have angle OAD is equal to 180 minus EAB minus BAD, because actually OAD plus EAB plus BAD is 180. Angle forming a straight line. These three angles form a straight line. So OAD will be 90 minus x. When you substitute, 1 is 90 and this is x. So this angle OAD, when you substitute the values, it will be 180 minus x minus 90. So this is 90 minus x. Then you are taking triangle OAD. In this angle is 90. This angle is 90 minus x. So we are using angle sum property and writing that OAD plus ODA plus DOA is equal to 180. These three angles of the triangle sum is 180 degree. So individually we have written this is 90 minus x. Then you are supposed to find ODA plus this angle is 90. So they add up to 180. So your ODA is x. When you substitute 90, 90 and 180 will get cancelled, x goes on the other side. So it becomes ODA is x. Now you are looking at this point and going to prove these three together makes 180 degree. So we have CDF plus CDA plus ODA. All these three angles together adds up to 180 because angles forming a straight line. So now CDF plus CDA is 90 and ODA you have just proved in step number 8 that it is x. So when you shift 90 on the other side and x on the other side, you will get angle CDF as 90 minus x. Now you have to take this triangle, and in that triangle you have CDF is 90 minus x, CFD is 90, so DCF by angle sum property you can find DCF will be x. Now last thing, that is to prove these two triangles congruent. Funny thing is that many times I have seen students not writing anything, they will directly write this and then they will write one step just like that, something, some lapit, and then they will tell that they are congruent. RHS, mostly RHS, or someone will write SSS or SA. No reason, nothing. All these 15 steps are missing. Only those 4 steps are written. you won't get marks for that one. Therefore, now when you are taking those two triangles which you have to finally prove congruent, AEB and CFD both are 90-degree given. EAB in step number 1, 2 you had written it as x, and DCF in step 15 you just now proved it as x, so those two are x. And the third thing, you have CD is equal to AB or AB is equal to CD, opposite sides of rectangle. Then you can use SAA test. So it is SAA test, and just to prove this, you had to write almost 14-15 steps. So there's just one thing that you needed to prove, but there was no other way to prove that those two angles are x. So that's why the sum was lengthy. Simple but lengthy. Write down all the steps, copy the figure, and write down each and all those steps which are written. So this is a relatively simple sum and short sum. So these sort of sums are very important because it is very simple. Generally in your February paper, what the board says, that papers are extremely simple, provided of course you have practiced. So here you are asked to prove BG is equal to DF and CF is equal to EG. So when you look at what you need to prove from that itself, you know BGE is one triangle and DCF is another triangle. Why have we taken those two triangles? Because DG should be a part of that triangle, DF should be a part of that triangle, then CF should be a part of that triangle, and EG should also be a part of that triangle. So because we are able to do that, that is why we have taken it separately. Now we, as usual, draw those two triangles separately. In the question itself, it is given BD is equal to EC. So we are calling both those parts as Z. And DE is a common part of both these triangles, so that common part DE I have written it as P, so that we can say BD plus DE, that means BE is the Z plus P. And then same way in the other triangle, CD is CE plus ED, that is again Z plus P. So you have BE is equal to CD, BE is equal to CD, those two. So Z plus P and Z plus P is same. Then you are also given in the question itself that these two lines are parallel to each other. So therefore angle ABC and FDC, they are corresponding angles. If two lines are parallel, then those two angles are corresponding angles. So this is true with AB parallel to FD. Similarly, on the other side, you have been given that your AC is parallel to GE. So therefore you have ACB Y and GED also Y. So those two angles are again corresponding angles. So from this you can clearly see that angle, side, angle. So ASA test. So therefore you can prove those two triangles congruent by ASA test. So the steps are written here, where I have written Z plus P, Z plus P, so BE equals DC. This has to be shown. BE is equal to DC. Then we start proving that the triangles are congruent. So first of all you have angle GBE and angle FDC equal, because AB parallel to FD and corresponding angles. Then you also have again GE parallel to AC and corresponding angles GEB and FCD. So that is both Y, and this step you have already proven Z plus P, that is step number 5. You have proven BE is equal to BC. So ASA test, the two triangles are congruent, and this is CPCTC. Only after you have finished proving that the two triangles are congruent, you can write BG equal to DF, then EG equal to CF, CPCTC. So CPCTC can't be written static. CPCTC has to be written after you prove the two triangles congruent. And you have to know all these things, properties of parallel lines. If two lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal. Alternate angles, in the last video I had shown, alternate angles are equal. Co-interior angles will add up to 180, all that you have to be thorough with that. So practice this sum, this is mark it as very important. Question 17. It is mark it very important. I'm telling you that certain sums which I tell it is very important, I definitely ask in my test. And in June when you come back to class, both Bombay Scottish as well as Gopal Sharma, in May itself I will give you the topics for next test. As soon as you come to class, immediately after your school summer vacation gets over, we will be having tests. And congruency, isosceles and component test will mostly be part of the test. Again, after congruency and isosceles, I may do rational, irrational numbers. So the last exercise of that chapter 1 is also important. So you may have 3 or 4 chapters for the test. That I will inform the exact portion, but it will be there. Now this is very important because even though it is extremely simple, you will not get the sum if you don't draw these two figures. If you keep looking at this figure, you will never realize how to prove it. So that's why I keep stressing on break down the sum by drawing the two triangles which you need to prove congruent separately. In this question, that is in question number 17, first of all you are given you have to prove angle ADB and BCA. That is the hint. Those two angles you have to prove equal. So ADB, I have drawn ADB triangle, and BCA also I drew. First thing is look at the question what you have to prove. And once you look at the question on what you have to prove, then draw those two triangles separately. Of course, you are asked angle ADB and angle BCA. So if you have to prove that, first you draw those two triangles and then you mark what is given equal. It is given AD is equal to BC. So here AD is equal to BC. Both I have shown with same symbol. Then you are given that AC is equal to BD. BD is equal to AC. That is also shown here. BD is equal to AC. And now when you look at it, when you draw two figures, that is the only time you will come to know that AB is equal to AB is common side. So that will come only if you have drawn the two figures separately. And once you got it, then it is so simple, it is SSS test. You are just writing that the three sides are equal, AD equals to BC, then BD equal to AC, both of that is given, and AB is equal to AB is common side. So the two triangles which you needed to prove congruent are congruent by SSS test. Simple. And after that, whatever you required, angle ADB is equal to BCA, and then angle DAB is equal to angle CBA are both CPCTC. It is just 6 steps. Could be 3-mark question. But if these figures are not drawn separately, you will just look at this figure and keep looking at that figure and keep looking, but you will never get it. So Write this down, mark it, very important. So now next I will explain question number 18, which is simple, but again there you need to draw the figures. Part 1 is to prove BD is equal to DC. So BD is equal to DC means which two triangles are we referring to? We are referring to ABD and ACD. Those two triangles. It is first of all given that AB is equal to AC. That is given first thing in the question. Then you are given AD is perpendicular to BC. So those two angles ADB and ADC are both 90 degree each. Both are equal, 90 degree each. And then you can see that AD is common side. This AD is common side. AD is equal to AD common side. So these two triangles ABD and ADC, you have got what? Common side, hypotenuse and right angle triangle. So you can say those two triangles ABD and ACD are congruent to each other by RHS test. So therefore BD is equal to DC. That is the first proof. So I have not only proved it, I have highlighted it because the teacher will come to know that it is the first proof. Then part 2, you have to take different set of triangles. So this could be for 2 marks and this could be for further 2 marks. It could be a 4-mark question. It's important because it's very simple, straightforward. Now in the next part you are asked to prove EF is equal to ED. So because you are asked to prove EF is equal to ED, now you are taking triangle BEF and BED. Those two triangles. So you have taken BEF and BED, those two triangles. You can see it is already given these two angles are 90 degree each. BDE and BFE with BES common side. So you are asked to prove BD, you are asked to prove ED is equal to EF. You are asked to prove ED is equal to EF. So ED equal to EF you are supposed to prove here. So to prove ED equal to EF, those two triangles we have taken 90 degree, 90 degree. BE is bisector of angle at B. Bisector means it makes two equal angles. So FBE and DBE are both equal. Why? Because given BE bisects angle at B. So that is why we have written that FBE is equal to DBE. BE bisects that angle. And then in both those you have BES. BE is common, 90-90 and angle. So it is SAA. SAA test. Here you have not used RHS because RHS means right angle, hypotenuse and one more side. Here you haven't used anywhere a second side. You have only one common side. So it is A and S or SAA test. So therefore triangle BEF is congruent to triangle BDE by SAA test. So you can write EF is equal to ED CPCTC. That was the last sum of congruency in the classwork. So now I will give you the homework and try the homework. There may be 3-4 sums. And this time I will be asking certain students to resend the homework. Whatever I ask you, send it to me separately so that I will check and see where you are going wrong. So maybe this time I will ask the Gopal Sharma students to send it on Wednesday or Thursday. So I will write down the homework, you go through that and do that. And I am sure that you can do the homeworks. At least if you can't do full, at least steps you show what you have done. So then I come to know where you are getting stuck.
1.
So now there is only 3 sums of homework remaining. So those 3 sums, that is question 4, 5 and 6 on page 60 and 61. I guess that's the only 3 sums that is left. So please do that for